Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week, where there is so much to cover that we're just going to jump straight in it. As always, if you could like, subscribe, and share about it for us, very much appreciated. There's been, well, obviously it's deadline day currently as we're filming this. A lot of developments that we didn't expect in terms of Aaron Ramsey signing for the club, which is mental. But we'll talk about that as we go on. We'll need to start where we left off last week, Livingston at home, which was a big result actually on the night. 1-0 victory with Scott Arfield coming back into the play. Quite a thin squad in terms of numbers for that one. Poor weather conditions, but it was just one of them that you were just glad to just see the 3 points and we moved on.
Definitely, mate. It was one of them where it was frustrating. It was freezing, and it was topped off with Scotty Arfield with a salute in wee fashion. With a salute, wasn't the best first half, but for Alex Lowe doing his business. I don't know how Cedric didn't score, just falls to the floor, like he's been shot, like he's in Die Hard or something. But no, second half, as I say, was changed when Scotty Arfield really came on, and was that impact so I can get a lovely goal.
Aye, that was exactly it. It gave Van Bronckhorst another opportunity to test the mentality of the squad as well, with players that were starting in positions they might not have been playing if, like, you had your Aribos, Kent, Morelos and all that available. But we got the result. We also had Aribo to welcome back at the weekend, which was good. But watching Scott Wright's performance in that game, it was evident that we had to get a right winger. The next couple of days' development, I'm not going to say I called this first, but I swear I messaged you saying we should get this guy before we signed him. And we ended up, we did.
Mm-hmm.
The board seemed to have the same cap as me on, and we signed Amad Diallo on loan for Manchester United, which is just crazy that we're pulling off signings and we're linked with players like Aaron Ramsey and that today. Like, just shows a real intent for the club, I feel. But obviously he joins as well on loan, straight into the squad for Ross County, where we first got to see him, and he scores within the first 4 minutes of the game. Which was very nice to see. A lot of nice touches. You can expect that. You can see why he's highly rated. Looks to be sort of somebody that I would expect to be there out in the right for the foreseeable future. We've needed somebody with great quality out there. And against Ross County, I mean, he troubled them to some degree. Unfortunate though, we had a lot of errors at the back, because after his great opener, you would like to go and build on that and go and score a couple of early more goals. But just defensively poor. Al McGregor obviously spills the one. Jordan White scores his third in 3 games against us this season, which is crazy. And then Regan Charles Cook, who was subjected to racial abuse as well after the game, is disgusting. I can't believe we're still talking about this a year on for all the incidents we've previously talked about happening and still happening. So again, thoughts with Regan Charles Cook for those incidences. And he played a good game of football as well. I think that guy's a talented player. He's top scorer now in the league, 10 goals. So
goal scoring. He's playing with one of the best teams in the league. So that's saying so. At least he's putting the ball in it. But no, I mean, before we talk obviously about the positives, we're getting into it here. I'm done with it. I've had enough here. What is he doing? Is he drinking before the game? It's lack of concentration. As I said to you, I sent you a wee voice note. I said to you, it's like watching a fighter that you know needs to retire. The reaction time is no there. I mean, he's getting. If he was a fighter, he'd be getting hit before he sees the punch. So I mean, I'm kind of done with McGregor. I know he'll probably play Wednesday. Of course he will. Happy birthday to him, of course. But shocking game. I know he would call out somebody if they had a bad game, and I would hope he'd be expected to be called out if he's had a shocker, and he did have a shocker. The defence as well, I mean, shocking, shambolic. We'd need the boy in sooner. The day we need John Suter in the door. I'm telling you, I don't care what we have to do, get him in the door. But it was lovely to see, obviously, the young lad we signed him for Man United on loan, came in and do the business. Nice goal, but more importantly, Jack, it was lovely to see a professional footballer back there for me and Joe Aribo.
No, he just
I've missed
ran
you,
the
Joe.
game.
I know you've been going for a shot, but I've missed you. He ran the game, and I mean, you were talking about obviously in the Livy game where young lad made a lovely wee run. It should have been a goal for Cedric. Again, Aribo, second half was it, makes a lovely run, takes on everyone, gets it through, and yet again. So as I said, everyone's been talking about it on Twitter and what have you. It is time probably for Cedric and Scott Wright, definitely for Scott Wright to
No.
chucked out the door, but definitely Cedric needs to hang me. Maybe you could make the argument, I'll play devil's advocate here. I'll give him time, obviously, because of the situation he's had this season. But regardless, I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough for the club. As I said to you, I'm a bit annoyed that Morelos is just really, he's got no choice. Obviously, he can't say I'm playing, but he's really just out there for a holiday. He's not getting the game time with Colombia, which is annoying when we need him the most, especially with the upcoming game. But no, just really, to be honest with you, it's the same. It feels like I'm saying the same mold here, but I remember us having a conversation last season where we were talking about we can't play well for a full 90. It's like one half we play fantastic football, the other half it's just, I don't even know what to call it. It's not the best, to be honest with you, Jack.
Because we started the game off well, I felt, and we just sort of, I don't like the way we're going under Van Bronckhorst, where we score a goal and just immediately sort of sit off teams. We should be going to score more and make it more comfortable for ourselves, because there wasn't a point really in that game that we were comfortable. To be honest with you, like 3 shots they had and they scored all 3. It just shows you your luck is not in, and then the defending you do as well doesn't help with that. The second goal. The second goal is maybe one of the poorest, because of just the defense. Like, what is Bassey doing? Like, and then the big high ball up in the air and that. It's just poor goalkeeping as well for McGregor. You think make himself big and obviously it goes off him, but I poor for Bassey in the full defence there. 2-1. We go in at half time. You're sort of thinking, do we actually come out here and do it? And then the second half of football's probably the best we've maybe played under Van Bronckhorst. I felt just full throttle, like not giving them a minute to really breathe. Chance after chance after chance. A couple of them obviously falling to Cedric Itten, which was unfortunate. And I'll level up on your point there as well. I think he has finished at Rangers. Like, coming back off your loan spell, the new manager's obviously said, right, I want you to be here as part of my plans. You need to go and make an impression. I don't know if it's just maybe he's getting the service, but he just doesn't ever seem like he's going to ever score a goal for you. He's not really threatening in the attack for me. He's no good enough, man. I've persisted with him for a long time, like you have as well, but I just don't feel like he's improved any over the past year.
Oh, he's not. And as I say, you mate, it's mentally with him. It's clearly mental. As I said to you when we seen him at the Livy game, and he was missing chances. You could see him getting angry with himself. As I said, he's not a starter for me. As at the time when obviously under Gerrard, he would bring him on for the subs. That's more likely his role probably. I don't see him as a full starter. I don't have confidence in him to play the full 90 minutes. But no, I definitely feel his time's up. And as you say, Gio has picked him. Gio showed faith in him. You've got to reward Gio we at least put the ball in the net twice, man. As I say, they're just 2 chances I can think of off the top of my head. Even when Tav crossed the ball in against Livy, it gets that header. He got to be scoring that. Mm-hmm. So no, for me, his time's definitely done. I mean, Scott Wright, nah, you're done, son. You're just done out here. I know we've come on, we've said possess, but no now when it's make or break time here. All right, and it's time we just say goodbye to players like that. To be honest with you, I'm not annoyed, as I say. There were Gerrard's players, and now Gio wants to bring his squad in. That's what it's about now. This is about Gio picking his team, who he sees being a part of it. And so far, so good for Ross Wilson with the players that he's brought in, I must say. This window, definitely. Improvement on the last year's window, Jack, when we think about that.
When you think about it, obviously we'll go into the transfer window after we've rounded up Ross County, but players are coming in now that are going to start games and they're going to improve the team, which is good. We asked for that last week when we were looking for players to obviously come in. Amad Diallo immediately on that right hand side looks at home. Like, you look at the threat in the front line we have. When we had Morelos back, even Kemar Roof up front. Like, it's scary to think about, even in a European level. Like, that's one of the best attacks we could offer in that stage. And we've built a really good side out here. But back to the second half, actually, Ross County. Plenty of chances. Obviously, we've talked about that one fairly Cedric Itten. It just felt like a goal was a matter of time away. Obviously, Tavernier had scored to make it 2 each early on, but that third goal was coming. It came in way like a scrap in the goal heap. But it seems like every goal was a scrap in that game.
I won't know. I was just want to hang me. You said it earlier on there. Ross County scored what three chances they had, they scored them.
Mm-hmm.
We now have like 21 and we had, what was it, 12 on target or something? Was it 25 or 21?
Probably some sort of mad
that to me,
amount of shots, aye.
I mean, that to me, I'm just like, come on, how's this game no a 5 or do you know what I mean? How's it no a 5 or a 4 here? I mean, they pushed it, I'll give them that, like they pushed it, but I did think they were a bit, they weren't looking to play football, they was looking to just see the result out of, I mean, we're pulling the shirts and what have you. But you thought it was a great comeback for us, champions comeback, and then obviously the old dog, aye, had to sleep at the back of the yard. But I can't believe it, mate. I've just, as I said to you, I could not believe that one went in the net. I thought, here we go, it's getting in. As soon as they hit that corner, I thought, oh God, I just don't have any faith of us when it came to that. And as I say, bringing Lundstrom on to shore up the games, I've had enough of it. I mean, if you're going to just bring Jack or somebody on, obviously the ball he plays out and then Kamara loses the ball. I've kind of questioning Kamara a bit as well. I'm questioning, obviously, eventually he'll probably want to move to maybe the Premier League, what have you, but I'm questioning his physicality and I'm questioning I know, as I said to you, he's not the guy to shoot for out the box, but every time he gets the ball, he's outside the box and it's a perfect chance to shoot. So it'd be nice if you could do it, but I think about the Benfica goal, was that not for outside the box as well?
Nah, it was, aye.
So why is he not shooting out? It just annoys me.
I mean, Kamara did have a strike. I think it was when we were still 1-0 up. He tested the goalie, and I mean, it was a decent shot. It was on target. Like, I don't know why he doesn't do that often either, because he's obviously got it behind him. But obviously, he didn't go for that one. We went 3-2 up. Connor Goldson, a lot of scenes in the pitch with the fans and all that. Just that relief of scoring to be in the lead again. Connor Goldson kissed the badge, apparently, in his celebrations as well. Maybe an indication of what's to come in the summer if he keeps on going the way he's going. And it was nice to see Connor Goldson actually get a header on target in the goal since the last time he scored at Ross County at the start of the season, because it seems like every single header he gets over the bar, just nothing comes out. But obviously it was a big goal at the time. Kemar Roof and all that come on, Sakala. You're pushing for that fourth, but not enough for me. We were comfortable at 3-2. Like, we were breaking up the park when we felt like it. I felt like we should just kept that pressure on them. Like, instead of making a substitution like John Lundstrom, bring on, as you say, Ryan Jack, or even if you're looking to be more positive and get another goal, bring on Alex Lowry again and go for it, because it's clear to see. I mean, all season, even under Steven Gerrard as well, we need another goal to have that cushion, because we're always reliable to maybe concede one, and obviously that happens. I mean, John Lundstrom for me is at fault straight away for trying just keep it simple, just keep the ball. He tries a big diagonal pass, it doesn't go as planned. Gives Ross County the ball back. They push they give the throw in. Glenn Kamara, it's such a poor pass. Thinking about it, it's just like no conviction in the pass. Just sort of taps it back to him, and then they get a corner. And you just knew, you just knew something was going to happen for it, but you didn't know it was going to be such a poor goal again. Like Al McGregor was just no grabbing the ball for.
I told you, mate's reaction time. It's, as I said to you, the only thing I can think about comparing it to is a boxer or an MMA fighter, where they're just, the sharpness isn't there anymore. The timing isn't there. They're just, as I said to you, mate, hang with that. I'm not going to be one of these people to be like slighting him, but hang with, you know what I mean? He's having a bad season, that's about it. But the countless time obviously has saved us and he has helped us get to the title. That's what he came back to do, and he's done that. I just personally feel like it is probably it's happening. I think if he was honest with himself, he'd probably realise I'm not saying me, but they say all the same time. It's just because it's in him day to day, week. It's the same with fighters like Mike Tyson. I think him straight away. Do you know what I mean? They just constantly got to be doing something. But nah, man, it was poor. But as you say, Lundstrom probably shouldn't have done that, to be honest with you. But as you said, I'm criticising Gio and all. I've had enough of the whole right. Just sit back on the lead. No, bro, I want to see the Dutch style, Jack. I want to see us just going for it. Just keep going for it. Just keep going, attacking the box. Because the way it was going, we could have clearly got another two, I feel. We could have got another two or another one if we wanted.
Came out if it's a post in one of your first attacks after that. Like, we should have kept on going the way we were.
It annoyed me that all right, cool. We've got the lead, bring Lundstrom on, try and just see the game out. I've had enough of it. And as you say, we came out, just a shocking pass, man. I really have. I'm going to be on him. I'm going to be on him. I'm going to be on his case. I'll be honest with you. I want to see a bit more physicality for him. Get in there. Let me see you going for a tackle on Wednesday. You better be going for a tackle, Kamara, on the Wednesday night, son. I'm telling you, no.
I know.
But I
Nah,
want to see him
it
just
was a
shoot
poor game for
from on,
Glenn
man, because
Kamara,
it's
to be
there.
honest with you.
No, but it's every time, mate, when he's out on the edge of the box and it comes to him every time, and I'm just saying, shoot. I know it's not what you want to do, but just have a dig. You never know what could come out. It's frustrating, mate.
Nah, I know what you mean. And in terms of his whole play, he wasn't great on Sunday. But again, the whole sort of defensive unit, which sort of includes him as a number 6 holding back as well, it was poor. I like the fight to get back into the game. That's something we can take into games going ahead if we're down. But we need to keep the back door shut, and we need to stop offering teams just easy chances on a play. Like, if we sort that out, and the defensive record's been great under Van Bronckhorst so far. I think that's the first time we've conceded over 2 goals in a game, and we've barely conceded any before that. So it has been good, but it just shows you can't be too complacent, and you need to keep on it. And hopefully we don't bring John Lundstrom on if I can see out a game again, because that was poor. Moving on then for the negative, Ross County, it lingered for a few days. I've just got over it the day when I seen the news, obviously, deadline day. You're always expecting mad rumours to fly about. The one that was there was Aaron Ramsey this morning. There's no way we're signing Aaron Ramsey. Let's just shut the book on that now. We obviously seen Van Persie like years and years ago that was linked to us in deadline day. But as the days went on, Aaron Ramsey's apparently a done deal to sign for Rangers, which is insane. And we're all just waiting for Rangers to make that announcement by the end of the night. No, honestly, every time the phone lights up, I'm looking over to see what it is. But what a steal, what a signing. Obviously, Aaron Ramsey, great player in his day at Arsenal. One of the best under Arsene Wenger at the end of his reign at Arsenal as well. And just the sort of player that fits the midfield area perfect for me. Next to Aribo, Kamara, if he can stay fit anyway, that is just perfect. Somebody who can score goals, shoot for range. He's got it all about him. An all-round midfielder, and he's played at the highest level as well. He's played with Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus. He's played in Champions League, Europa League, everywhere. Won cups at Arsenal. Very smart business. I don't understand how we've pulled it off, but Ross Wilson, he can sleep well tonight because I think he's got all the Rangers fans' hearts after this one.
Absolutely. I mean, as you say, it comes with experience, comes with winning mentality. Tremendous incident, I think, about was it Champions League goal against Galatasaray? He scored where he yelted it. That was a Yelter goal. Instantly think of that. But no, played at the top level. He's got a winning mentality, and that's what I like. As I say, a bit concerning. My only concern probably would be the injury prone stuff. But if he can keep himself fit, we've got a hell of a player on our hands. And we're just waiting for the club to announce it. I mean, you talk about going through the motions, man. You're sitting here and you're down, and we've hung with Ross County, and then you just see something like this, and you think, well, that's all right. Then we're back on track. But I mean, the business we're doing this window is just superb. Real quality player to bring in, as you say. Been linked with the Premier League, been linked with Burnley, Newcastle, or Crystal Palace, I think it was. So, been linked with the quote unquote bigger league, the better league. But I don't know about that. But he's chose to come to a real football club. That's all I'll say anyway. He's chose to come make memories.
Yeah, that's exactly that. Like, you look at Rangers on the scale of the clubs, the only thing they've got to offer is more money, and they play in a better league. Like, Rangers have got that European football, obviously the mentality you need to go win every single game, which I think Aaron Ramsey at the point in his career will need to be in that sort of environment, because he doesn't want his career to go down the drain, going to Burnley or Newcastle and they get relegated. Where does that leave him? So coming to Rangers, obviously he's going to be a really important player, and he'll come straight into the squad, obviously, if he's fit and available, and I'm really excited to see him play.
No, I'm as well, mate. I was just going to say as well, you think about international as well, what that Wales team did at 16 Euros.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They went far in that competition, did really well. So you've got as well. So you've got a real top player who is, as we say, comes with a winning mentality, and he comes with playing at the biggest level in football. So that's nice to see. And he said playing with maybe some people would argue probably the best football in the world, and Cristiano, Messi all day long. But no, aye, it's just a positive sign. As I say, it's good to see us linked with players like this again. You think about certain signings we've made over certain window, the last window, and the shocking stuff that we brought in. Aye, so it's onwards and upwards as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's onwards and upwards. For what was looking like a very drab window until last week is now looking like one of the best windows we can offer. Like getting a player like Amad Diallo's quality in for the rest of the season and a problem area as well, and then getting Aaron Ramsey in, a quality player in his day. And another problem position, because you look at most of our midfielders are all defensive minded, where he's maybe more like Scott Arfield and Joe Rebo likes to go forward, but he can also do it going back as well. So I think it's the perfect match. We can get him playing football.
Hang on a minute. Am I doing a podcast with Ross Wilson here? Because I thought I just heard you going to your Ross Wilson voice there.
No Ross Wilson voice now. I'll save that obviously for when he's talking about Aaron Ramsey later on, but the breakdown of how we're even getting this deal done. Apparently $2 million up front fee straight to Juventus. We had an option to buy, I'm hearing, $5.5 million in the summer. They'll pay most of these wages. I think Rangers are going to cover not a lot of it, but a bit of the wages. It's obviously 400 grand a week, so there is no way we would have ever been able to compete with that. So Juventus covering a lot of the funds. We'll cover a bit of it. Pay the fee obviously to get them. With an obligation in the summer, I hear as well, and that's the deal. Juventus just want to get rid of him because they've obviously signed Dusan Vlahovic and they've signed Denis Zakaria now as well. So they're getting players off the books to obviously compensate for the money they've spent.
Can we just talk about the life Aaron Ramsey's probably living in Italy on fantastic money and enjoying probably fantastic wine. So no bad. Now he's coming to play some football, win some trophies, and make some memories. As I say, it's a massive game coming up in terms of European football. When you think about it against Dortmund, it's just going to be great to have a player like that with the experience he's got. Obviously, as I said, playing with Juventus and Arsenal European nights. So it's just be able to give the players who maybe haven't experienced that before, maybe a bit of a sense what to expect. But overall, I'm just fingers crossed, hoping that we don't get any injuries with him, and hopefully he can play some good football up here. And we get the winning ways, Jack. That's about that.
That's about it. Hopefully we get to see him soon. I don't know how injured or fit he is at the moment because he's no featured for Juventus much this season. You know, he is a player that is injury prone, so that is to come with him. But I would like to hope Van Bronckhorst and all that would go for him if he's ready and available for maybe not Wednesday, but definitely Sunday anyway. So very exciting. Just what you want deadline to be, just exciting. Can't keep your eyes off of all the reports and that. So it's been good today. The signing we've got confirmed though is Zakowski from Poland. Lechia Gdansk, under 21, Polish right back. Signs as a replacement, obviously, for Nathan Patterson, deputy James Tavernier in that area. Although you might not have felt we needed to get anybody in, because is Tavernier ever going to get dropped? Probably not. It's good to have cover there if the worst happens and he gets injured. Then Ross Wilson, Van Bronckhorst have all recruited another promising sort of talent in that area. 3.5-year contract, I think he signed as well. So again, promising. I like that we dabble into this European market, unknown talent possibly, and we'll see how good he possibly is for us, and we'll maybe get to see him eventually. I don't know how much he will feature this season. Obviously, with Tavernier at right back as a captain, but maybe in that Annan Athletic Cup game, you might be able to see him. And it's nice to have a bit of cover there, because going into these cup games, you're not really wanting to go and risk Tavernier and in these cup games. Obviously, he's needing to play because he's only right back there. So it's nice to have a bit of rotation.
It's nice to have a bit of rotation. Don't really know much about it, as I say. I'll judge him when I see him playing the jersey. But as you say, it's nice to have cover in a position, obviously, where Tavernier does dominate most days. Probably not going to get dropped, as you say, unless he gets suspended or injured. It's nice to have cover in there. And as I say, I'll judge the lad when I see him in the shirt and playing.
Aye. Hopefully it's a one that works out as well for this window.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know much about him. I know he's rapid, and I know that he's a promising fullback anyway. So I'm excited to see what he can do at the club. The other two possible incomings that you would hope for. It's been sort of a dreamy window. Greg Stewart, I would love.
Sure.
But we've signed Amad Diallo now. Do we need Greg Stewart? John
Absolutely.
Suter and Daniel Doki. These are the two that keep popping up, the two centre halves. Apparently, Doki's to pick the club he wants to go to at the end of the window. Obviously, we need to get that deal done if we want in a pre-contract. John Suter obviously is a Rangers player by the summer, but it's all money talk at the moment. We've bid 300 grand for him. Hearts don't want to accept it. They want, I think, a minimum of like 500 odd. So I don't think Rangers would want to pay up that much for a player they can get for free in the summer. But it would be a welcome addition because after watching him against Celtic, I mean, he can handle that pressure in big games. He looks like a really, really top defender. So I'd be trying to do everything in my power to get Suter to come to Rangers by the end of the night anyway. But I don't think it's really looking likely, and we might need to wait till the summer for that one. Daniel Udogie, obviously, in a pre-contract would be nice, but Aaron Ramsey's all I've got in my mind at the moment.
Well, no, listen, I'll tell you what you do so we can bring John Suter in. I'll tell you what you do. You say to Brandon Barker, you say to Jack Simpson, and you say to John Lundstrom, listen, lads, we're not going to pay you. How about that? We're going to use that money to bring in a top and a half. No, obviously they can't do that, but no, it would be nice if they did. But it would just be nice to get them in the window and know that we've got that bit of security at the back. I definitely would like to obviously see him come straight into the team. Probably it's between, as I say, Bassey and Barisic for left back. The two of them can fight out then and there. I'm on about a cage fight. I'm serious now. Two of them, I want to see them square go. We'll know who wins that one. I'm telling you right now. My boy Bassey all day long. No, but no, it would just be nice to get him in the door. And then as you obviously talk about the Dutch boy, I need some Dutch players in here. We've got a beautiful Dutch manager. As I say to you all the time, looks like a hitman when he's on the sidelines. I swear, man, with the gloves and the jacket and the scarf, he's taking somebody out. But no, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get him in. And he does look, as I say, a player that would be decent in a Rangers jersey, I would hope. But you never know with these, Jack, as you say.
Well,
Aaron Ramsey's one we're all glued to the.
I've got a bit of news from Rangers. It's not Aaron Ramsey yet, but we've released Brandon Barker. Finally, we have released Brandon Barker.
Yes, live on the air.
So, live on the air news. That was literally you were obviously making your point. I was about to say who could go out in this window. Brandon Barker confirmed straight away. He's leaving the club. It looks like Hibs is going to be his destination. So what a day if we get Aaron Ramsey at the end of this as well, and even the targets we're talking about. Fantastic. But Brandon Barker's away. Jack Simpson, obviously, it looked like he was going to go to QPR, but not looking likely anymore. I think that one maybe was a bit up in the air, and then obviously John Lundstrom.
Sorry, mate, but I'm just going to say it how it is. That guy should have never been in a Rangers jersey. He should have never have been playing for Rangers, Brandon Barker. No chance yet. I mean, seems like a decent enough guy. I'm not attacking him as a hangman, but as a footballer, just no good enough for Rangers. And also it was nice what he did with the fans buying the drinks and that. But as I say, probably a nice enough lad off the park. But Jesus, Brandon, you just weren't good enough, son. And as you say, wish you luck, whatever you decide to do next. I mean, Jack Simpson's the next one. Send me up there. I will drag him out. I'm saying, honestly, how's he a Rangers player or not? I've had enough of him. Mark Warburton, he seems to love the XL Rangers, so you can take him. Lundstrom, as I say, he was a Gerrard. Not really getting against the guy. He did a job when he came on, but he was just no worked out. And as you say, probably the wage that he's on, I would think since he was a free signing as well, the money that he's probably on, it'd be best for the club just to go, do you know what? See you later, son. But I can't believe it. Mutually agreed. So what does that mean? He's walking away with a bonus in the pocket? What's that?
Well, Rangers have obviously went to him, look, we don't want you here. And he's like, I want to go play my football somewhere else. So they've mutually agreed to end the contract, which is good actually, because I was thinking Brandon Barker's got that 6 months left on his deal that he might just wait out to the summer and take wages, but looks like he's wanting to go and play football. So it's good to see him obviously leave the club. Nothing against the guy. Best of luck to wherever he goes, but he wasn't good enough for Rangers. Surprised he actually lasted
You're
as long as he
shocking.
did.
You are woeful. You shouldn't have been in a Rangers jersey. I'll tell you how it is. Same with Jack Simpson, shouldn't be wearing the Rangers jersey, but best of luck, mate, wherever you go. Don't think you could go to India because my boy Greg Stewart runs India. So maybe you go to Saudi Arabia, one of the places or something. But no India. Greg Stewart runs it.
We'll see where he ends up anyway, but it's looking likely that most of them, the 3 players mentioned, will probably be out the door, and I would be happy with that myself as well, especially what we've got coming in. And then the last bit on the sort of transfer bit, John McLaughlin signed an extension yesterday till 2024. Van Bronckhorst obviously watched that Ross County game back and was like, give me that cutting on any wages. So he signed up John McLaughlin. Probably smart business to get a keeper signed anyway, because it's inevitable McGregor's going to retire at the end of the season. So having a goalkeeper in place definitely till the summer, and if we find somebody, it's going to be good.
No, it is going to be good. McLaughlin signed a new deal. I mean, he's a bit younger than McGregor, isn't he? Was he 33 or something?
Nah,
was McGregor 40 now, isn't he?
Aye.
I mean, as I say, play with the ball with his feet. So it's a positive thing, mate. Also, we'll be touching on what we're touching on. McGregor probably is going to start, but as far as it's saying, McLaughlin needs to be playing more often for me. I adore Alan McGregor. I love Alan McGregor, but as I say, I'm fair when I say, look, listen, wasn't a good enough performance, and he'll know that. He'll be his toughest critic on himself, but as I say, I'm just comparing it to constantly come back to like an old MMA fighter, like I think he's Chuck Liddell or a Tito Ortiz or something, man. It's not there, man.
Nah, it was poor. It's been sort of lingering all season, but nice to get obviously John McLaughlin signed on.
He did it on Wednesday and all. By the way, we were watching that game. It felt like slow motion when he caught the ball. Like I was like, oh my god, that nearly. Mm-hmm. But no, as you're saying, nice to get McLaughlin sitting for a new hangmate. I would like to see my boy Robbie McCrory, who seems to be going into MasterChef. Maybe get a shot and all. To be honest, I don't know if you've seen his story the other day. And they also get that American lad as well. We signed for Orange County as well. I know about him. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to somebody be given a chance, really, to be honest with you, after this season.
Yeah, it's up for grabs. Going to be the goalkeeper spot, so it'll be interesting to see who takes the number one, or if we look out elsewhere and get somebody in. But at least that's signed and sorted. And then moving away from transfer news on to the biggest game of the season so far. Needs really no introduction. Obviously, everybody knows it's happening Wednesday. Old Firm game. Finally, we're going to be going to Celtic Park, and we're going to try and take 3 points. It's going to be a tough ask, obviously. First full Celtic Park since the 2019 derby, the Carthage game, obviously. And it's going to be tough, especially with the games at the weekend. Just Celtic getting that last minute goal and us losing that last minute goal just tells you all you really need to know about the two teams so far this season. They've always got a knack for getting some sort of call in the last minute to go and score a goal, and we just seem like we're going to always concede in the last minute. So we've got that to contend with, and we've also got the top of the league to contend with. If they win, they're top of the league, and we have blown 6 points in the space of 2 weeks, which wouldn't be very, very nice viewing. So we've got that to play on. We've also got the fact that we've not been beaten 2 years off them, so we need to go and make that record intact. But I think this is going to be like the biggest Old Firm game in 10 years. It's going to be massive.
It's massive, mate. It is. It's Everton, man. We need to win it. As I say, we need to win this game. For me, it's just say you've blown the lead that we've had. It's really disappointing. But Wednesday night, Jack. I said to you the last time this was played on Wednesday night, it was very interesting and all. Parpatch nearly got to see the doves in the big sky. God. Maybe that ball ricocheted off his seat. But no, as you say, Celtic seem to be doing no bad this season, it seems. Obviously, they've got their favourite, what's his name, Jota. So they've got, as I say, they've added additions to their squad, and they're looking decent. I don't know if they're Kyogo playing the game, nor is he
No, that's what I need to go on to
injured.
actually, is the sort of team news, because Celtic obviously are going to be without quite a good few of their starters that would have played the Old Firm game, which is better for us obviously. But as you're saying, they've had a good season so far. They don't lose many games. I don't think they've lost since maybe Hearts, Livingston, Rangers. I think that's only 3 games they've lost in the league this season. So they've been good. They've been consistent. And they've really had that sort of the players are playing for Ange Postecoglou. It's as simple as that. And his sort of philosophies sort of blossomed in the full club, as you could say. They've got that aura about them that they're winning games and they like the man in charge. The players are hitting the ground running when they come on the park. I mean, Dyson Maeda he started against Hibs and the first game after the winter break and scores straight away. It just shows you that's the kind of luck they have this season, where every single player, it just seems to hit the ground running and the fans take to them. But as I said, they're losing quite a few players. Their defence will be untouched. I'll go through the team I think they're going to go away and then who they're missing. So Joe Hart will start in goals, obviously. Juranovic will probably start at right back. Carter Vickers at centre back with Starfelt. Greg Taylor at left back. Centre mids, they've not got much to pick for. Near Beaton obviously gets sent off at the weekend. He would have probably been starting the game and captain in the team probably. Rogic, Turnbull, they're both out as well. Cal McGregor, so 3 of them that would have started are missing. So that probably gives Old Firm debuts to Matt O'Reilly and Rio Hatate, who again have come into the side and hit the ground running.
What a name!
No. In their front 3, it'll probably be Jota, Abada, and Giacomakis again, because no Kyogo. There's also no Maeda as well, so that's how they're looking. And then we'll go on to our team obviously after we start this bit. But
couldn't you make that up? Could you? Well, obviously over here we mostly say, over here we mostly say like tatties. Do you know what I mean? Instead of potato or whatever, we say tatties. And then that's that boy singing my name. Do you know what I mean? It's just a funny name. Come on. How can you not laugh at that? Come on.
A tatty?
Yeah, I just find it funny.
Nah, he's got a good
Imagine
name.
you're playing against him. Imagine you're playing against him, right? And you foul him or something. You'd be like, shut up, you tatty. Do you know what I mean? You would.
I get what you mean.
Scott Arfield's in there doing that.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? You'd have obviously no. I mean that's massive for them with their midfield. Really, I mean Tam Rogic seems to be having a great season again. From Turnbull's a fantastic player on his day, and Cal McGregor. Since the summer, I've thought, well, take it back. Since last January, I've thought Cal McGregor's a fantastic player. He scores nice goals. That's all I'll say. But no, it's massive for them with their midfield. It's probably not as strong as they would want it to be. I know they've waited and held back this game so that they could have as strong as possible midfield. But it should be interesting. That's all I'll say, mate.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. And the way Celtic obviously like to play, they like to start fast. They like to blow teams away, and it's sort of full throttle pressure, which we'll need to deal with because we've not really had to deal with that all season. They've got this way of playing, and the way we can obviously combat that is if they commit too many men forward, we've got pace in the wings and Aribo driving forward to be able to hurt them, because their midfield is weak, and we've always said in these Old Firm games over the years that if the midfield is won by either team, that's who'll win the game. So I feel like we've got the stronger midfield. Obviously, can't write off the 2 new boys they've got in there. They've been doing good the last couple of games, so it'll be interesting to see how they then adapt to an Old Firm game. But with the positives for us, we've got a lot of players that have played in these games before, been successful in these games, know what it means to go there and win the game. And although we didn't like Gio's sort of defensive standpoint in the games, we're going to need to soak up a lot of pressure in this game, which does make me a bit nervous to an extent because of how we defended against Ross County. But we need to be more solid in the defensive shape because they've got players in attack that could hurt us. And as I said, they just keep on going and try to take us out. But even if we go down sort of 1, even 2-0 at the break, if it is that scoreline, we can still come back and beat them because they tire. The way they play can't be sustained for 90 minutes. You probably see it under Marcelo Bielsa at Leeds. you can't sustain that sort of pressure with players this sort of early into their career playing this way for that long, and they do tire pretty often. You've seen it at Hearts. I mean, Hearts were all over them in the last half an hour of the game, so we've got a chance there and all to maybe bring on Fashion Sakala or something to run at them and have a bit of pace. But I feel this game will be massive. I really can't call it as we sit here right now. I don't want to call it. It's 2 days away. I'm just trying to enjoy Aaron Ramsey's news. But
right, this is what's going to happen, son. I'm telling you right now, this is a key plan here. First off, don't ever say we're going down 2-0 at half time again. Honestly, I'll give the viewers a real good content.
I'm not saying we're going down 2-0. I'm just saying if we go down 2-0, we can
I know. If we do, don't even think about that. We think positive, Jack. Key man for this game is Scott Arfield and the beautiful runs that he'll make. I'm telling you, you play them balls through Scott Arfield, he'll cut the defence, he'll get in. I'm telling you, well, as you're saying, can't keep it up for 90 minutes. I'm telling you, in certain occasions, you can keep that up for the 90 minutes, especially in a game like this. You'll go for 90 minutes. If you know what this game's all about, you will run for 90 minutes. Obviously, they will tire out, of course. There's going to be chances, I say, where we can hit them. That's why players like Ryan Kent, as you said, Fashion Sakala are going to be so important. It's a shame that Alfie's missing the game, as I say. He's the only one I've got confidence in. But my boy, Kemal Roof, he's coming for the Instagram videos. You know what I'm talking about? He's coming for it. No, I just feel the counter-attack is the way we're hitting this. We're absorbing the pressure. We're hitting them on the counter-attack. I feel that's where we've got to do it. I'd like to, as I say, Scott Arfield making them runs. That's the key thing for me, really, with this game. I'm not going to rule their midfield out and whatever you say. With these games, the main thing is, you say, whoever wins in the middle of the park usually goes on to win the game. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Ryan Kent, son, I'll let you go. The last game, you were invisible man. You were trying to play John Cena. You're not Peacemaker, all right? You're here. Do the business Wednesday night, Ryan Kent, please. I need you to turn up in the game that you love to turn up in. You live for it. But no, I just feel Scott Arfield's the key for this game personally, with those runs he makes, and if we can get the balls into him in there, I'm telling you, man, I really do feel like he's the key. I know you're checking the phone for Ramsey. Listen, if Ramsey's there and he's ready to go, I'm looking forward to it. But no, I'll just keep my starts. I'll honestly see if he plays, says Keaton, he started that game. I swear, man, no chance. You can't be starting.
I don't understand what Van Bronckhorst is seeing it so far, because I mean, me watching as a fan, I've not seen anything that would warrant him another start again for Rangers, to be honest with you. It's been that bad. But I'll give you my team for the game, and then you can say yours if you agree. McGregor, Tav, Goldson, Bassey, Barisic. I think that's pretty much set in stone. It's going to be that. Kamara, Aribo, Arfield. And then the big question obviously is, does Amad Diallo start again? I feel like it does. Gives us that sort of positive outlook in the right. He can drive at them and cause them a lot of problems. So Amad Diallo, Roof and Ryan Kent for me. I feel that's the strongest team at the moment we can go with.
Cool. I mean, it's crazy how football goes, man. I mean, a minute ago we were talking about the young lad. Do you know what I mean? You can't drop him. And now it's just like everything that's going on, it's crazy. It would be nice to see him come on and get maybe some minutes in for him. But I definitely, McGregor's got to start. He's got the experience in the game. Although I'm saying what I'm saying, I still believe he is probably the best keeper to play for an Old Firm. He'll be up for it. He will be up for it. I hope he's up for it. Right back, obviously, it's got to be Tav. Goldson's definitely playing. I'd put Balogun in there. I'd maybe take Bassey out for the centre half position. I don't really have confidence, especially in this kind of game, when playing centre half. Left back, obviously Barisic. And then the middle of the park really just picks itself. Then it'll be Scotty Arfield, Aribo, Glenn Kamara. And then up front wise, I'm probably similar with you, Kent, the young boy for United, and my Kemaru's definitely got to play. If I see Cedric starting that game, I swear, man, you can't do that, man. You can't. I still can't get over Gerrard had the cheek to play Brandon Barker in this. I couldn't believe that at all at the time. I thought, what is he doing?
No.
What is he even in?
I hope Gio doesn't throw any of the sort of Brandon Barker curveballs at us, because this is going to be a different game. This is going to be two proper teams going at it. Not Celtic were weak last season. And obviously we understand that, but Celtic this season have come out with a point to prove, and we need to show why we are champions and why we can need to continue being champions. We need to stay on top. A win for us here is massive, like absolutely massive. That Ross County game won't matter if we win this game. We obviously go 5 clear if that happens. It's going to be a tough ask, a really tough ask to go out there and get 3 points. But we've done it before. We've went to Celtic Park, we've won. So I've got full confidence in the players that we can go play our game. And I feel if we do play our game and limit Celtic to no opportunities, we'll obviously win the game. It's going to be hard to shut out Celtic for that long, but I'm intrigued by the game. It's going to be a good contest, and hopefully at the end of it, we're all smiling.
Hopefully. Oh, I don't want to say it.
I know. I don't really want to say much myself.
All I can say is you just sense it. I can just feel thing with my stomach, man. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. As you say, it's one of the games. There's no excuses. You have to be up for it. And for me, whoever wins this game, I feel it will go on probably win the league. I'm being honest. Whoever wins this game is going on to win the league.
It's going to be such a big momentum boost for whatever team wins it.
Amazon's doing these all or nothing series as well. Yeah, there you go, all or nothing one day. You better turn up, man. I swear, man. If Cedric's playing, I'd be throwing the shoes off, man. See, if you came out, if you've got to be throwing the boot at you and going, what are you doing? You're playing this nugget. Look at the goals Kemar scored last season. I nailed for him, man. Come on.
No. Team really does pick itself for me. The only obviously problem position is the centre half area. I wouldn't feel comfortable with Bassey there myself, but then I can't see Van Bronckhorst going chucking in Balogun. He's barely played, so
we say this, but then watch Bassey go and play this game, maybe have a 10 out of 10 performance. You never know what can happen. Footballers will say, watch him go and have a solid thing. I think you can chuck Balogun in there. He chucked him in the last time, did we know? And he went and he just pocketed that boy, and everyone was ranting and raving about him. So chuck him in. He's a footballer. He'll handle it. He'll deal with it. Jacko, I'd love to see Jacko come on and get some minutes as well. Just keep the idiots away for the game. That's all I'm saying. Keep the idiots away for the game, please. And if the Welsh Dragon's in the door by then and he feels confident to get some minutes, you never know. It would be nice to see. Aye, but it'll be interesting. As I say, I've got a feeling, Jack. I've got a battle fever on. I'm ready to go.
Exactly, and that's what you need to have in these times. Obviously, it's a very exciting week. We've got Hearts at the weekend as well. I didn't really want to talk about Hearts the day because the full focus is on Wednesday. Right now, nothing else in terms of the football in the park. And hopefully Aaron Ramsey is a Rangers player by the end of the night. But I think on quite a packed episode, I think we've covered pretty much everything.
No, we've not. No, we have not. These people listen one thing and one thing only, Jack. And you're going to give it to them. What's Greg Stewart up to? What is the boy up to?
Well, I'm pleased to report that they were back playing football this weekend and they won 1-0. But no assists, no goals for Greg Stewart this time. 6.3 rating out of 10.
That's
so not one of his finest games, but still win.
You know what it is? It's because he's got the battle fever on and all, and he's waiting to be up in the wee early hours of the morning or whatever time it is, with a Corona in his hand or whatever's his preferred drink. Maybe he's a Jack Daniels man. You never know. Maybe he likes red wine. You never know. He might like a bit of the bubbly. Watching that game, supporting the team, like you and me and all these fine people watching this podcast, Jack.
Aye, will do. So all the best to Greg Stewart again for his next game. But more importantly, let's get deadline day over the way. Hopefully it's positive and we finish the day stronger than we did at the start, which I believe we will, and we move on to Wednesday in a good space again. Like you were thinking with that result lingering at the back, it was going to be tough, but we're making positive improvements to the squad, which is nice to see. So let's bring on Wednesday. Let's go and win this game. So aye, that's all. We'll go back to our phones. We'll watch transfer deadline day now. We'll see what happens. Until then, if you'd like, subscribe and share about for us, that'd be very much appreciated. We'll be back next week. Cheers.